Hi there. I've been kind of MIA and I'm sorry for that. I haven't filmed in literally 2 months or even more. A lot of things happened in my life. Quick summary. I got engaged. My inner child is screaming. It's been a month, but still. So I got engaged on April 17th. I got baptized on May 7th. And I basically got all my final school exam and work related. Everything was sent, everything is done. And I'm just waiting for the approval of the jury for whether I'm gonna get my graduation this year or not. But let's get into this video. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what I usually do when I get a pimple. This video is sponsored by Zitsticker, so thank you so much Zitsticker for sponsoring me. First of all, adapt your cleansing steps. I don't think you need to adapt the first cleanser, c'est-à-dire it's the first time a French word just came out of my mouth without control. Wow. Okay, I meant to say, meaning your oil-based cleanser. You don't need to change it. It's gonna suit every skin condition that you have or skin type. But I recommend you use a salicylic acid cleanser when you do have a breakout, something coming on the way, or when it is already there. Use a salicylic acid cleanser in the mornings. Okay, I don't recommend using it in the morning and at night for the whole time that you have a pimple. And then you get a plain, gentle, normal cleanser for daily, day-to-day life at night, so that you can use your other actives that you're gonna use to target the acne, the breakout at night. Typically, we use acids and actives at night because it's most of the time it's UV sensitive. So having an active in your cleanser on top of the actives that you're gonna put on your skin and that you're gonna leave on your skin, I don't think it's really necessary. I know of the CeraVe salicylic acid cleanser that's really good. I've never tried it, but I know it is good. I have this one from the Inky list. I think it's reversed anyway, you cannot see it, but these type of recommendations mean like use it morning or night is gonna be okay. You know, it's not UV sensitive, it's okay, but using it on a daily basis or even just for a week or two, morning and night, I think it could be too much for your skin. Second tip, have a simple routine in the AM, okay? Just your cleanser. As I mentioned, the salicylic acid cleanser would be perfect. Then have a lightweight moisturizer, especially if you have oily skin. I know some people have acne and they have dry skin, then you can use your thick moisturizer, the moisturizer that's going to bring enough hydration for your skin. But typically people that have acne pretty much have oily skin. If you do have oily skin and you have acne, use a lightweight moisturizer. So for example, I recommend the water creams type of texture for oily acne prone skin. I love, and I'm almost out of, the Purity One Deep Sea Water Cream, Pure Water Cream. Very lightweight, a dream on your skin. And also the Omega Water Cream from the Inky list as well. It's very lightweight and hydrating. And then follow up with an SPF, okay? And a sunscreen every day. We already know there's no specific day you need a sunscreen, specific condition of your skin to use a sunscreen. Just make sure it is non-comedogenic, and all your skincare products that you're using are non-comedogenic, so they don't create new breakouts and block your pores. I also use a spot treatment in the morning, so I just make sure it can be used in the morning. I like sulfur ones, for example. I've been sent the succinate acid treatment by the Inky list. It looks like it's an Inky list sponsored video, but it's not. It's really like I've been using them right now and they're good products. I just recommend them. I've been trying out the succinate acid every morning and night actually for like a week on this pimple. I don't know if you can see, and it's really faded down. It's really calmed down, but it was already a whitehead. This one, it just came whitehead, okay? I didn't even have the time to prepare. You can use any like spot treatment that is non-UV sensitive. Third tip, try to not put makeup on your acne. She just said it with a full face of makeup. Right now my pimple is almost gone, so I know like I can use it, but if it's active, if it's going to come, and if it's still active, try to not put makeup on it. It will just suffocate your acne a little bit, and I think you can just keep a day, 2, 3. And as a general rule of thumb, you should clean your makeup brushes every week. Make it a routine. Make it a routine. Like every Sunday, clean your makeup brushes, clean your hair brushes. At night, use still a double cleansing system. You should use a new flannel every day. Use a clean flannel in the morning, one side, okay? And then at night, just turn around. If you're using a towel, just use the other corners, bottom corners. At night, ditch the towel, ditch the flannel, and put it in the dirty clothes rack. Get another flannel the next day. This tip is for every day. but especially when you have acne. So typically when I do have a pimple that's like under the surface, I know it's on the way, I know the next day or the day after I'm gonna get it, I reach to Killer Patches by Zit Stick. They're actually made particularly for the early stages zits. So it's not like whiteheads or like blackheads. You feel it coming. You feel it coming. It hurts. It's red and swollen, and that's basically a red zit, and then it's gonna turn into a whitehead in a few days. You can tone it down and calm it down and even stop it from being a pimple later. So that's amazing. These patches are micro dart patches. That means it's tiny spikes that are in the patch that penetrate in your skin. You can feel the micro darts entering your skin's top layer, but they're not like hurting your skin, so don't worry. And they don't stay in your skin, they dissolve after 2 hours. Hence the fact that I mentioned it for that night routine, because first of all, some people don't want to walk around with a pimple patch. I actually have it on right here. So did you see it? Did you see it before I told you? Did you notice that I have a pimple patch? I'm not sure. Most of the time I'm using it overnight as well. So use it overnight because you definitely know you're gonna use it for more than 2 hours, and because nobody's gonna see you. The microdots do not hurt, but I feel like they kind of relieve you even from the pain. Pimple patches are so good, and I'm not only talking about this one specifically, but also like other pimple patches. For example, they have a pimple patch for the stage where they're a whitehead already. They're called Goo Getter, and I would love to get my hands on them also. Pimple patches are so clever because basically the practical idea of a pimple patch on your pimple is it's creating a physical protective layer on your pimple that's protecting it from you touching it, first of all, because a lot of people like to always touch it. They like to feel it. Oh my gosh, it's getting bigger. I can touch it. It's not gonna do anything because I'm touching the pimple patch right now. And also it's super good because, for example, when you're using it overnight, you're not rubbing on your pillowcase, creating some more friction on it and making it even worse. The micro darts dissolve into that solution that's basically made of salicylic acid. It has niacinamide. It's an antioxidant that basically calms down breakouts, but also works on many things like evening skin tone, texture. The patch also contains hyaluronic acid, which is super cool because hyaluronic acid actually helps these two ingredients penetrate in your skin deeper. And I love that they incorporated an oligo element that's gentler than benzoyl peroxide, but comparable in terms of action. Oh, and I didn't mention what it is, but benzoyl peroxide is actually an ingredient along with salicylic acid as well as vitamin A retinoids, super recommended by dermatologists when they're treating breakouts. So basically the pimple patches come with a swab, tissue swab, that's made to disinfect your skin. It's called a cleaner swab. It contains alcohol. Alcohol is here to disinfect the area. It also has vitamin E. Vitamin E is a fatty acid that combats the drying effect of the alcohol here, and also it's making the area a little more supple to welcome the pimple patch and the micro darts. This also has salicylic acid. And then there's tea tree oil, and tea tree oil controls the size and the color of the pimple. You have to swab the cleaner swab on the zit, let it dry for 15 seconds, and then put the pimple patch, press it down for 10 seconds just to allow it to really form like a firm grip on the pimple so it doesn't leave your skin and it stays on. If you have a really huge pimple, you can follow up with another patch the night after. I know that if I get one, I know that I have my killer patches. Actually just have one more. I have a solution for it, you know. I know that I can treat this early stage and even make it stop from being a pimple. So if you want to try the killer patches, you can check out the link in the description box. And also I have a 15% off code for you. It's Skin by Laura. It's just gonna be here on the screen. Make sure you splurge because they're really a must in your skincare staple. Like pimple patches, game changer. My sixth tip is, let's say you run out of pimple patches. You need a spot treatment. You can use retinoids, for example. You can use salicylic acid serum or leave-on product. Benzoyl peroxide if you're willing to stain your pillowcases. And if you can handle it, I mean, if you have one, you can use it on top of your moisturizer to make it less drying. And you can also use like a sulfur treatment. As I mentioned, I have the succinic acid treatment by the Inculist. My 7th tip is to top it up with a gentle moisturizer. No further actives like this one, this cream, or this cream. They're really just here to hydrate you. They're not here to add another active action. I have a vitamin C cream that I love to use in the mornings, but see, this cream, for example, I wouldn't use alongside with a BHA, leave-on, or retinoid. 8th tip is to do a face mask. I feel like when I get pimples, I need to do a face mask. My skin is just screaming for it. I know it's just a temporary effect. I know it's not gonna treat my skin, but I just love to do a face mask. Most of the time I do an exfoliating mask. Like for example, the Ordinary red peeling that everyone knows. I made a video on that one. And it also contains BHA, so salicylic acid. So we know that's gonna target our pimples. Or I can also do like a type of clay mask, powder-like mask. I've made a video on that as well. I have 3 face masks that I recommend for acne prone skins. When I feel like my whole face doesn't need a face mask like that, like a powder mask, I'm just gonna do the face mask on the area, spot treat, and leave it on for 15 minutes and then proceed with the rest of my skincare routine. 9th tip is to change your pillowcases as a general rule of thumb every week. So if you get like an occasional breakout, you can change your pillowcase as soon as you notice it, so it doesn't like spread out everywhere on the rest of your face or just becomes worse and inflames. Also, change your body towel once a week at least. And 10th tip is to remember to not overdo it. I just sound like a basic YouTuber, but remember to not overdo it with your skin when you have acne. Keep in mind that gentle and hydrating steps are as important as treatment steps when you have acne. You might not have the money to get like all these products that I'm mentioning. You might not have a pimple patch at the house right now, but I really recommend that you invest in those. They're really like gonna come in handy and gonna save you a lot of time and maybe prevent you from getting acne scars. And if you have occasional breakouts, like for me, I have hormonal breakouts, so I know every month I'm gonna get a breakout or more, so I know I'm gonna always use these products. You know, as a skincare enthusiast, I would of course recommend you get those actives, but if you really don't have the money, make sure to at least focus on those 3 steps, gentle cleansing steps. So first cleanser, second cleanser. Non-comedogenic, by the way, all of them. Non-comedogenic and gentle moisturizer, and lightweight if you're oily, and normal or more hydrating if you're dry, and then a non-comedogenic SPF. That's it, literally. Like some people could get clear skin with just these 3 steps, but most of the times you're gonna need something to help you. So you can always come to me. I'm planning on actually launching again my coaching sessions. So as soon as I get the time to finish up the website, I am gonna do a second relaunch of my skincare coaching sessions. So make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Your Skin by Laura, so you know when it's up and running, when it's live, and you can book me so you can get like a tailored skincare routine. If you want to know what to not do with your acne that you've always been told to do and you're always tempted to do, go watch that video, because I know you're gonna learn something or you're gonna be shocked. So have a great week, guys. Be blessed. Bisous.